This is the story of St. Julian of Norwich. We remember St. Julian of Norwich during the season of Easter, which is a time of the color white. Why do we remember St. Julian? Well, let's see. We don't know a lot about St. Julian. We don't know when she was born. We don't know what her family was like. But we do know that she was very quiet and that her way of coming to God was to be by herself. We also know that she lived in a very small stone building all alone. The building was attached to the side of the Church of St. Julian in Norwich, which is in England. But she didn't always live alone because she enjoyed the company of a cat. And many people would come to visit her because they knew that she was very wise and very holy. She wrote some things about God in a book called The Showings. It was the first book ever written by a woman in English. She tells a story about God coming to her once and giving her something that was no bigger than a hazelnut in the palm of her hand. And she was amazed at how small it was. She wondered what it was, what it could be. And God said, "It is everything that I have made." And she thought that it's so small. Why does it not just disappear into nothing? And God said, it lasts because God loves it. So everything that God has made was made from love, and it lasts because of God's love. Sometimes when Julian thought about or wrote about God, she would refer to God as her mother. She was not the first person to do this, but she did it very carefully because she wanted to unite the idea of the motherhood of God and the fatherhood of God, because she said that God was too big for either of those two words. And that in the Holy Trinity, fatherhood means power and goodness, and motherhood means wisdom and love. She had very many questions about God, but the answer to all of her questions always came down to everything God does is done out of love, and that all shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. St. Julian lived in her little room until she died. Now, I wonder what part of this story was your favorite part. I wonder what part of this story was the most important. I wonder what part of this story you find yourself in. And I wonder if there's any part of this story that could be taken out and we would still have all the story that we need. Now I'm going to show you some of the things that are in this little booklet, and we can talk about a little bit more about who St. Julian was and some of the things that she did. That's it.